Hey guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Facerocker Podcast, the official RocketJump Podcast. I'm your host, Benji Dolly, and today's episode number 97. That's right, he's back. Logan Olson is back in the building. You've asked for it. He's finally here. We find out what he does for a living. He actually has something he helped create is on the shelves this holiday season. It's one of the coolest new gadgets slash gifts slash toys. I don't know what you call it. It's for all ages. I think it's really rad. You're going to learn more about it here in the podcast. It's pretty cool stuff. And we also dive into some other stuff and what Logan's been up to. It was really nice having him back, and we think you guys will enjoy it. Other than that, really quickly, the finale this week at RocketJump is live. It's up today. Go check it out. Go watch it. It's fantastic. It's hilarious. Like usual, John Carmen has just taken everything to a whole new level. It's a really fun video. We think you guys will enjoy it, so make sure you go check that out as well. Before we get going into the podcast, just want to give a quick shout out to today's podcast sponsor, Loot Crate. If you don't know what Loot Crate is a subscription box service that once a month will send you 6 to 8 items of pop culture, geek, nerd, gamer, collectibles, apparel, toys, comics, you name it. It's almost like Christmas once a month, and for less than $20 a month, they'll send you this bad boy. And you get to open it. It's almost like a brand new stocking every month. It's fantastic. For less than $20 a month, and right now they're hooking you up. If you go to lootcrate.com/facerocker, use the promo code facerocker, you'll get $3 off your subscription. So it's a great deal, and we hope you guys check them out, and we appreciate them supporting the podcast. So until then, enjoy the show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another Facerocker podcast. This one, number 97, and a very special, momentous one at that, because joining us to my right is
Logan Olson.
Oh boy, he's back.
You're
Hey
back.
guys,
He's back,
Been a while.
everybody.
We missed you.
I missed you guys too.
How long
man.
has it been, Logan?
Over a year.
Is it really?
Yeah, I don't know how many podcasts have occurred.
About
Since the
50
last time.
probably.
50.
I mean, we do it every week.
Holy smokes!
50 mediocre podcasts.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my! Well, hopefully we can kick this one up a notch.
Well,
why
that's
you're here.
that's the goal. People have been clamoring for your return, both abroad and on the comments. So here he is, ladies and gentlemen. And also, I think a very special one because for the first time, finally, we can talk about your job. In fact, that's part of why. Well, okay, not all of it.
within reason, like we can talk about my job. We can certainly talk about what has been released
from
my workplace.
Now here's the big thing is that I think people have assumed that you're basically a beach bum, more or less.
Which I think was great. I think that's a great conceit for me. But
That you're just like some like homeless guy friend that we had from college who can't come by and just rock
I just sleep
the
on the
mic.
couch of RocketJump. I'd saunter in. But no, I was actively employed.
So
for the
what?
last 2
Okay,
years.
so to answer the question that's on half the people's minds, maybe, what did you do and what are you doing here?
So I still actively do what I did. But I actually, it's kind of a hard question. But somebody asked me the other day, like, what do I do for a living? Oh, look, it's Matt through the glass. Is he gonna come in and say hello?
He may walk in. Matt's in the glass.
How's it going, dude?
Hi, Matt.
How you doing?
You're
The
not
Logan
interrupting.
cast.
Too
No,
late.
Yeah,
Too
you
late for
just
that
did.
because you just.
It's
did.
okay.
I'm but one of many. Do you want to sit on my lap, dude?
Oh boy.
Those of you not watching and listening, Matt Arnold just walked in. He's finishing. He's finishing an interview for RocketJump The Show. He's very busy, very hard at work. Freddie,
Matt, get out.
Freddie
You've
is
already
supposed to be
interrupted this
working as well.
podcast. Get out. It's on your calendar. Oh, good boy. Great audio, everybody. Just killer audio. Thanks again for listening. Thanks for sticking with us all this time. All right, sorry, Logan, what were you saying? What did you do?
So
What do you
somebody
think?
asked me what I do the other day, and my standard answer now is I dink around in the corner. Is actually
You dink
I
around.
dink
in the-
around in the
How
corner
does
is my
Dink
official
always
job.
make it back on?
That sounds
Come
worse
on.
than I can't really talk about it.
Yeah, no, I guess it's a little worse. But really, no, I literally just kind of like fool around in a corner at work
That's
and just kind
awful
of like.
to say that.
Yeah, it sounds worse every time I say it.
A dink around
with
in a
toys.
corner.
I just fool around with toys.
Oh,
in a
God, that's
corner
so
at
bad.
work.
Can you not say where
Yeah.
you work?
Oh my goodness, no, I can. I work at Disney.
Boom.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, so when I say I fool around with toys at work for Disney, it suddenly sounds.
It's
okay.
only it's okay. It's
By
all
the
family.
way-
It's not family friendly until the D word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I should qualify. I'm here on my own accord, not representing the company whatsoever.
All right, that's fair.
Everything I say.
The views
is my
expressed
word.
are those of J. Logan Olson's and J. Logan Olson's alone.
Bingo.
right.
Yeah. So actually, I'm a toy maker. I do toy R&D.
Okay.
Where
Nice.
I come up with new toy ideas.
Awesome.
Is my job.
and
It's
it-
been my job for a long time.
What
And
real
You're
quick,
you're like Adam Sandler in The Cobbler, only instead of wooden shoes, it's rad toys.
you know, I've never heard that comparison.
that's
I usually hear
the
Big
worst.
with Tom Hanks.
Oh,
They're like,
okay,
oh, you're
sure.
like Tom Hanks with Big, and then
I'm gonna stick with the
Cobbler, Adam
Cobbler.
Sandler, Cobbler.
now,
For
now,
anyone
really
out
quick,
there that knows what the cobbler is.
now, real quick, when you were growing up, was this the goal? Was this the dream, man?
No, I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
So how did
That's
you
right,
get here
yeah.
from fighter pilot Logan Olson
The dinking in
young-
the corner.
young
Dinking
fighter
in the
pilot,
corner
to-
dinker.
to Disney Dinker?
Disney Dinker over here. That sounds like a bandit.
It sounds terrible. The Disney
We
dinker.
must capture the Disney
Disney
Dinker.
Dinker. No, I was gonna be a fighter pilot, and then
Oh, by the way, like you're saying that as if this was an assured
it was
thing.
a done deal.
You were on the road to being a fighter
You know, I
pilot.
was touring Top Gun, and I was about to step into the fighter
When did-
pilot cockpit.
Okay, no, I didn't know this. At what age? Yeah.
Oh man, no, I was super into Top Gun. You knew that.
Well, that makes
I
sense.
knew
That's
you
why
were
you
in-
love the air show so much.
Yeah,
Is that
I
where
love
it started?
I love Top Gun, and actually, to be fair, what my mom really said, you're gonna give me a hard time about this, is I wanted to be the first fighter pilot hairdresser.
What?
Yes, I knew you're. What? What? And
That's incredible.
My mom softened the blow by being, he wanted to be a fighter pilot barber, and I'm like, thanks, mom. I
No,
appreciate
mom. No, mom. Hairdresser.
it. Hairdresser. I'm not some plebeian barber.
It's called Barber, son.
Wait, why? Okay, I understand your love of Top Gun.
I
Inspiring-
sincerely have no idea.
The
I
hair-
don't have a single.
Yeah, but
clue.
the hairdresser part.
I'm going completely off my mom's word. I don't remember this. I
Okay.
certainly wasn't watching like Don't Mess with the Zohan hand or anything.
No, you're trying like, well, hairdresser movie. So
Zohan is just
anyways,
so
no, I
cool,
wanted to do
Mom.
that stuff, and then I turned into Art Kid, where I realized I wanted to make Top Gun not fly.
And how did that happen?
I went to high school and joined the art club, I guess.
Okay.
I
Art
cannot
club.
imagine.
Art club, president of the art club, so big old nerd.
President of Art Club, and you just fell in love with.
No, and then I went to film school, which
Real
is
quick.
how I know all you nerds.
That's not a fucking club.
Went to film
I know.
school.
Okay, but let me
Art
ask you-
club?
But hold on, because
art club, where we make the art for like the sets.
They make the
Oh,
art. for the
okay,
sets.
okay. No, I just
No, I didn't
imagine
know
that.
what
Okay,
meant.
it just seems like
Okay,
a,
but you're skipping steps here, Logan. When did you decide or realize that you couldn't be a fighter pilot, or were you in?
No,
Film school,
Oh no,
still
this is actually
thinking you-
interesting. So I
okay.
met the head of admissions of Annapolis Naval Academy, which is like the
Okay.
Navy.
Oh, yeah,
big
yeah,
deal,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Totally was like sending me like the brochures and everything. Mind you, I'm like 10. And
awesome.
And when I was 11, he actually died, and I was like, well, there goes that. And there you go.
And that was the end of the dream.
That's the most
end of the dream.
So that was like arguably the most influential death in your life.
dream
Yeah, well,
died
then
with
you're
the
12,
Admiral.
like you're covered in acne, like you're fatting up. You're like, oh my god, I
I'm
guess
fat, pimple faced. I'll never fly a jet
I'm
plane.
gonna. I guess it's film school for me. Just like you guys, like we all have been there.
Yep.
I'm
And
sure
my
there's some
story
people
is
out
the
there.
exact same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it can turn out okay. You can end up dinking at Disney, or
So what's your
That's
latest?
going to be the title
Okay.
of this
I
podcast.
hope
Dinking
not.
at Disney.
I hope not.
Now, he'll probably gonna get in trouble for that.
I'm
All
not
right.
gonna- yeah.
So you're in film school. You're studying to be a filmmaker, right? Which aspect of film specifically?
Oh, what do you can't like direct? Everybody goes, oh, I'm a director, but really,
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of editing and sound
Real
design,
quick,
and then.
I oh, no, sorry. Continue. Go ahead.
We'll skip ahead. So that's actually how I met Freddie, which I'm sure we've covered out of
yeah,
the
we've
podcast.
covered this, but
How I
yeah,
met Des.
I want to talk about what you have in front of us. Your
We'll
latest dink.
get to that. It's a long
God.
hour.
Oh God.
Stick
okay.
around, guys. And
boy.
and I actually got sick of film by the end of film school, so I ended up going into video games.
Was it the same as like in English when it's like you like reading, but then after a certain point you're like, you know what, having been forced to read, I hate reading now. Like I think a lot of people have that in high school.
No. I took a video game class and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I want to do this.
okay.
I started programming all night, taught myself programming, and then I went to school for video games. But then I got sick of video games, so I got into
Whoa.
virtual
Did
reality.
you go through the grad?
But then I
program?
got and then
Wait,
I got
and really
sick
quick,
of-
I want to be clear to everybody here. You got into and got sick of virtual reality before the Oculus.
and then I got into theme parks, and then this actually started with the Imagineers at Disney. So they actually were like, hey guys, we want to do like the next generation of toys, like connected toys that are immersive, active, and physical. And so they start with the Imagineers.
Because we got too many fatties out
Now,
there.
I always,
No, I'm
I
not
always
gonna say
thought
that.
getting a job, getting a job
saying
at
that.
Disney was like entering some sort of secret society, or do you just apply online like you would for any old
Yeah,
retail
you
job?
can totally apply for jobs at Disney just like a normal person. I actually just I not making that. I wandered in to deliver a package, and then I just got hired.
No.
Yeah. I
Hold
was.
on,
I
you
was.
gotta elaborate on
What
that.
were you
I was dropping
delivering?
off a virtual reality headset, and they're like, "So what do you do?" And I talked to them for a little while, and then that's how I started my first internship there.
No
That's
way.
No
awesome.
kidding.
You talked your way into a job. That's great.
Yeah, no.
Were you?
Nice.
Were you? Once they started talking to you, were you like, oh, maybe I can sweeten them up, or you're just being yourself? And then after,
I mean,
like,
really,
hey, you're
dude,
cool.
I really wanted to do virtual
Yeah.
reality
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't really think of it as like a
Gotcha.
job.
Wait,
application.
hold on. And
That's
because
really
because you were into and out of virtual reality, and the rest of the world is still in the honeymoon phase of it and about to enter the honeymoon phase of it, can you just in like 30 seconds the Logan Olson assessment of VR as a whole right now?
This is purely me talking, not representing.
Not
Disney
representing
at all.
anybody, sure.
I think virtual reality will be a flash in the pan, but it'll become something real when it's augmented reality.
Ooh.
And here's why.
Okay, let's
with,
hear it.
With virtual reality, you have no visual perception, and you have no perception of your environment. There was a lot of people we walked through VR. When you're talking about walking around, not sitting in a chair, walking around, and they would just totally just like fall over to the side because
Right.
they just couldn't.
Disorienting, right.
They're super disoriented, and there was always VR sickness. We never got around VR sickness.
Even and you're saying at the highest levels of
Yeah,
the-
absolutely. We're talking like super professional grade stuff.
At the
Which,
highest
to be
levels
fair,
of
to be fair, now that's like entered like a consumer grade, it like accelerated the whole industry.
Of course, yeah.
vastly.
As
but,
it normally does. When
yeah,
things
but
transition.
but we had excellent tracking. Just so you know, like VR can be separated into displays and tracking. Displays being what you're seeing, and tracking how I know where you're moving your head. The displays have accelerated greatly. Tracking is still a huge issue. And specifically when you talk about tracking your body, like you can't stick up your hand and look at it. And a lot of these people, I think, are imagining virtual reality but not experiencing it. When we talk about people who actually experience virtual reality for more than a few hours, when it comes to like the idea of consumers just throwing on virtual reality headset, it's not quite there yet. But once you get to augmented reality, where I can see my hands and walk around, I think you're talking about something.
So
really
a quick
awesome.
tangent on that. I was just reading about. Have you seen the the new F-35, the new helmets they have?
Oh, dude,
Like
the 360 crazy helmets.
The $1 million 360. It's like Iron Man's HUD,
Yeah.
augmented reality. You can see, and it's got this really red HUD. It's a $1 million helmet. It's
Yeah.
insane.
My thought was also augmented reality because I don't think you ever get past. It's just like why let reality do some work for you.
Well, it feels like virtual reality will eventually become a subset of augmented reality, right?
For
All right, that's it.
for the,
Straight from the man himself, ladies and gentlemen.
for
He's
the
calling
other,
it.
for the
calling
other
the shot.
for the other goofs like me out there. Explain to me the difference.
Virtual reality is your entire environment's virtual, like Lawnmower Man.
Yes.
Augmented.
Oh, Job, my boy Job.
yeah.
Love my boy Job.
Cyber Christ. Augmented reality is where you're inserting digital elements. So like people,
Okay.
HoloLens, Magic Leap,
Gotcha.
Minority Report, that sort of thing, where you're seeing like
Yeah.
floaty things.
Gotcha.
That's augmented reality.
Okay.
But you
and
know,
sometimes, and honestly, I
That's
sometimes
pretty
think
rad.
people when they think virtual reality,
they're thinking
actually
virtual reality a little
thinking-
bit. They're thinking at least holodeck where they see their own body,
Yeah.
which is not really where it's at. So anyways, got into virtual reality, did that whole thing before the Oculus thing took off.
Dude, you're the ultimate tech hipster.
Yeah, did it before it was cool.
Did it before school,
Yeah.
and then it was lame before it was even a thing.
A thing.
And yeah, I can't afford rent because of it. And then I got into toys, where we developed this Playmation
This is it.
powered by Disney system. And so we have the Repulsor Blaster here, which is Iron Man's Repulsor Blaster.
Okay.
Which I was telling Logan when he showed up, I thought it was really cool because I went to Toys R Us today to go pick up, and he told me that he had stuff he was bringing over. But Toys R Us has it, and I thought that was one of the coolest things. Somebody I know, like they had an entire wall just for this toy.
And this is
setup
available
right here, I
now.
was like, that's one of the coolest things ever.
This is Playmation, powered by Disney, and this is the starter pack.
And this is available now. correct?
Marvel
This is
Avengers
available right now.
starter pack.
Please buy it.
Give us the pitch.
I'm not
Pitch
so
us-
cool. I
The
can't ask
another
you
reason
to
we wanted
buy
to do this, and this
something.
works out perfect because I think it might have been the last time you were here. If it was a year ago, that was when we were talking about the best Christmas toys of the
Oh,
year,
that
and
totally.
the Mippy Moo came
let's
up.
not make any illusions here. I was like, "Yo, Freddie, can I come on the cast and push my shit?"
Well, I mean, like, just be honest. It looks. I mean, I heard you boot it up from down the hall, and it sounded like one of the coolest things I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
So what I thought would be fun, although I don't know how well this can play on audio, so maybe it's a video only thing. If you guys can
Sure.
make them separate, is show you guys off the Repulsor Blaster with the power activators, which are the things to the sides, which
Okay.
activate enemies.
Okay.
And then I actually just rebooted. We also have Hulk hands here. I'll show you the Hulk hands.
If
Wait,
you didn't have the props here, Logan, how would you pitch
by
the
the way-
Playmation?
So Playmation is active, immersive, physical play. So imagine all the play like you imagine you had in like the 70s and 60s where you're running around doing make-believe, and it honors that using Internet of Things technology. So these things actually communicate with one another using RF, using IR and a combination of other technologies and allow you to actually create an immersive play environment that's largely your imagination. So what's interesting is a lot of the team...
it's augmented reality.
Kind of in a way. Like, well, the big thing here, it's interesting. A lot of old VR guys, I wouldn't count myself as an old VR guy. I count myself as like barely missed at VR. They all got out of VR.
Really?
Yeah, and they all actually went either into ARGs or things like this. And so a lot of this got informed by a lot of VR like styles and technology. So we have a lot of gesture tracking in here. It was all about getting the kids up and moving around so you can actually jump around to actually dodge your attacks, along with old school laser tag play. Like, I'm pretty sure when the first time I told Freddie about this and he saw it, he's like, kind of looks like a toy from the 80s, Logan.
Yeah.
And the idea is to take that 80s play style and amp it up for the next generation. So you can actually, this one I've been using for a while, so you can
so it's got all your sweat and grime all over it.
Yeah, no, it's actually, it kind of smells.
God.
But you can connect this to an app and actually download new missions over BLE. And then adds
back
new
up.
sound
Sorry.
files. What's BLE?
Yeah,
man.
Bluetooth Low Energy. So BLE is like how a lot of your
Okay,
devices
first of all,
that
you
interface
don't
with
get
your
to
phone.
just throw around shitty 3-letter acronyms.
You know what?
Hip
Sorry,
and cool.
sorry.
Okay,
They
Logan.
do
Sorry, I
use
didn't know you didn't know what
BLEs.
BLE was.
So just so you know, your phone can use Wi-Fi. It can use Bluetooth Classic, which is what your headset uses because of the bandwidth. And, it
And
can
new
use
Bluetooth, which most people don't like.
BLE, which is just starting to make it over the hill because it actually is supported by Apple. Like, it's funny.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff
it was
only,
a huge
only
deal.
catches
It was a huge deal when Apple was like, okay, we're doing it now.
BLE.
Yeah.
So that we actually push all the content over BLE to your repulsor blaster, or it's called the Gamma Gear, but I just call it the Hulk hands.
The Gamma Gear.
The Gamma Gear, dude.
That's
so
cool.
Because there's a gamma pack.
everything. I think one cool thing here is they did everything in world.
Okay.
So it's not you're not Iron Man. You're a person who Iron Man needs help from, and so he actually built that repulsor.
You are you
Well,
or
look, if
whoever
you look
you
at
want
the
to be.
if you look at the side on it, it actually says Stark Industries on the repulsor blaster.
Oh,
so it's
that's
actually built
sweet.
by Stark Industries, and then these are the Gamma Gear gauntlets built by Bruce Banner with Tony Stark's help, and so you can actually team up and do a co-op mission.
Interesting. Oh, it does.
Which
It
I
says
thought-
Avengers.
yeah,
It says Avengers Labs on it.
Yeah. So when you
So
download
you
the app,
don't-
it's like your intercom system. So everything here is completely in world.
That's sweet. So you get recruited by the Avengers.
Absolutely.
Dude,
so
that's rad.
So they're
Yeah.
that
That's
hard
cool.
up for recruitment that they're just taking anybody. at
yeah,
this
dude,
point.
Ultron has taken over the world, and he needs your
There's
help.
Ultron bots everywhere.
I'm strapping on the
that's
Iron
cool.
Man.
So there's a switch on the back. Mm-hmm. Turn it to on. Turn it to the
This
right.
one?
Here. Hard switch on.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
There we
okay.
go.
We're doing this.
We're doing it.
All right. Uh-oh. Do we have batteries?
No, it's booting.
Booting.
Oh. Very intense.
Jarvis.
You
That
got
was cool.
Jarvis up in this?
no, Jarvis powers all the things.
Dude, what was that?
So it's level 12.
Is that Paul Bettany?
I actually turned it down. It can get loud.
Really?
Is that Paul Bettany as Jarvis
Did he
in
do
the
all that for
Playmation?
you?
Yes, Jarvis. There's no actors in this.
Oh,
one.
okay. You're right. Excuse me.
You're right. Excuse me. Come on.
Excuse me.
These are the power activators. Which are
Here,
like
go
your
ahead and sit down and
enemies.
get
These are
into
the
the.
power activators. So these are your enemies. So I'm gonna turn one on.
Okay. Oh sh. Oh sh. You hear that?
This is already the coolest toy I've ever
So
seen.
you see the enemies like actually hook up automatically. And now
Yeah.
check this out. Hold out your hand.
Yeah.
Put tilt your wrist down so you can reveal. No, that's up.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh, there's a
you
green
have to-
laser that shoots
Now
out.
use your thumb trigger to fire at the guys.
Holy
awesome.
crap.
Okay.
Okay, hold, dude.
All right. That's cool.
So
Like a laser sight comes out of my.
yeah, and I'm gonna show you some other attacks.
Okay.
So the other thing you can do is see that red button on the back. That's
Yeah.
you get different abilities. I don't remember what ability I had. By the way, these aren't. They're on oil barrels right now, so they won't fight back right now. So
Sure,
you're safe.
okay.
But go
Wait,
ahead,
these
hold-
things
hold-
will fight back? If
Oh
you
yeah,
throw-
hold it down. I have no idea what. Oh, so it was an EMP. So hold it down. Your EMP might not be charged up, so we'll give you another ability later because there's Gatling guns. There's like
No.
freeze rays that freeze the guys, and I'll show you one last attack.
Hold on a second.
Oh, careful.
I'm just tightening.
Freddy's
it up.
it's
almost
okay.
Stop
blew us
pulling
away
up.
with
So
a
flex
repulsor
your arm like Iron Man.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh my god.
So you can get the repulsor there.
ray. Are they exploding?
Yeah. So check this out.
Okay. So there's spring loaded
Oh
on the top.
yes.
Yeah.
So he's
And the
pressing
guys
that.
fly.
I see where this is going.
Wait, oh, and you
So
have.
if you're listening and not watching, Freddy has an Iron Man repulsor ray on his hand.
So here, I'll actually, you know what?
He's gonna put Captain America on top of. This seems like I'm.
Dude, blast his ass, Freddy.
So now you can spar Captain America if you want to battle him. So pull. I always grab it with one hand
Okay.
and pull back to fire the repulsor. You still gotta shoot it out your palm.
shoot
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Blast his ass.
And so he'll be like, "Oh, you want to tussle, huh?" And so he'll start. "Oh, dude, you gotta dodge! You gotta dodge!
Dodge that
No,
shit.
you're getting hit! You gotta get up and you have to jump around! Oh my god, take cover! Just hide behind the chair!
Dodge that shit. You're hooked in.
Like, oh god! Oh my god! Oh no! So now you can actually fire at him. You're shooting this guy? He's the guy you need to fight!
Yeah.
You can't fight him when he's charging up. Oh, you got hit! So you can take cover, like literally take cover. Or you can dodge, like actually jump out of the way of things. I did not unlock the shields yet, because you also have shields where you can like...
go like this.
Yeah, but you don't have that yet, sorry.
Dude,
Nice.
No.
Lasers. Those missiles.
I think right now it's a shield throw.
I think the coolest thing so far, you don't need I don't mean this in a bad way, but like you don't need a friend. Like you can just have somebody that will play with you.
No phone required. You can just go outside and play around.
Dude, that's so
I love
cool.
it. Encouraging kids to just get their asses outside.
Go outside and do
use their
something.
imagination.
Freddie, I'll do it for you.
Oh sure. Yeah. We'll let true.
Dude, Logan, this is rad, man.
Iron Man.
Also, like,
expert
press
do
the
this.
gold button to switch enemies. So I just switched this guy. So like the idea was like we wanted there to be lots of free play, so you can change different enemies and
Sure,
put different
yeah.
characters on.
Yeah.
So like I can even take.
This is insane.
This is so cool.
So this is Iron Skull, which is like Red Skull with Captain with Iron Man's armor. So I plugged this guy in here.
Is that how it works in the universe? You just when you combine two things, you also combine their names together. Is that?
I don't know. So here, why don't you do it? Get up, Des. Sorry,
Yeah.
get up, Des.
All right. So Des is now standing up in the room.
So,
Logan has bonked his head on our chandelier.
yeah, so you activated the menu right now. So just back out by holding down this button. So just try to point your hand and fire at him.
Oh, you got a text message. You got a text
So now
message.
fire at Iron Skull. Point your wrist down. You want to be able to see the laser, right? Yep. Fire at him. Dude, you're gonna have to dodge. Ready? Jump. Ready? Jump! Ah!
Oh wow, we're just
Playmation.
Des is hopping.
So, anyways,
around.
this is what I was working on, in between podcasts.
This was your super secret project.
Yeah, this was the project we couldn't talk about.
Des is
So when he's green, you dodge.
doing a dive
nice.
roll and
So dude, he
firing a
he
laser.
ate it.
And he's
So when
using the
they
repulsor
flash white,
blaster.
dodge. Oh,
Watch the cameras.
He is taking shots here.
you gotta keep firing. Try using your EMP attack.
The red.
Hold that
button.
red button.
Oh,
So
ready? Jump out of the way. What? Yeah, so I was playing this while my girlfriend Sarah was not at home, and I almost rolled my ankle.
is that something that you want to admit?
Well, yeah, I put them
Overpowered
in between me, and then I start jumping between them.
So, you know what the most obnoxious?
Parents are gonna hate this.
Well, you know what
In
the most
best way
obnoxious
possible.
pairing would be in the
Oh,
world?
you defeated this guy. He popped off.
You know what the world?
Good job, man.
You know what the most obnoxious pairing in the world would be is if you gave a kid this and a Fitbit to be like, so you can track how much exercise you're getting.
Well, that's kind of what we want to encourage that exercise, right?
I get that, but then there's something about quantifying it. Anyway,
So we worked on that, and
how long did this take? How long did this take?
I say it like I dink around the corner. What I really do is we come up with ideas, and then we try to build the idea as fast as possible. So like the idea is I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if so and so along with the
Go
rest
and
of
have a
this
seat there,
team.
Logan.
Well, I'm going to show you one more thing.
Oh, okay.
So and actually I think Benji will like the next one.
I got a question really quick. When you say they can interact with each other, the two like bases, what exactly do you mean by that? Like they can.
Oh, well,
communicate with
they
each
all
other.
are driven by this guy, right?
Okay.
So those bases coordinate with each other. They're assigned different enemies. So if you don't have that, we call them smart figures
Yeah.
on there. they'll still take on different enemy roles, so they'll turn into dinosaurs and stuff, and they'll work together.
So it's a little bit like Skylander style. Like those figurines have some.
Yeah, they'll unlock
tech.
content.
They have tech inside of them.
Like when you put Iron Skull. By the way, everything you saw is in the starter pack right now.
That's awesome.
So you can just get the starter pack. But the Iron Skull unlock a Iron Skull submarine, and you'll get different environments and different missions, and like different arenas, like endless battle arenas.
How long is each mission?
Like 5 minutes, but this comes, I think, package of 25 according to the box.
Nice.
So the idea here is to try and get your finger on like where that mishmash of where imagination comes in as a kid and augmenting it by having stuff happen in the real world. Is that about
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of like honoring imagination, which kids will do when they're together, right?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
it's like, dude, it's like improv, right? I got a sword in my hand.
weird.
Oh no! Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're by yourself, or if you want something to honor that, like add a skill-based element to your imagination play, this introduces that.
Yeah.
And and for older kids, it's straight up like laser tag too. So if we have 2 repulsor blasters, we can use our abilities and our
just play it as
gestures.
laser tag.
You
But
can kind
like-
of do like gun fu, like from Equilibrium, essentially.
Really, I think so many toys are just trying to just match the equilibrium experience.
Absolutely. So this came out, and then actually last Friday we released the Gamma Gear.
Which are essentially Hulk hands. It looks like, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, these are the first interactive Hulk hands that have like, I guess to use a gross term, gamified Hulk hands. Yeah. But essentially Hulk hands that honor like what you're punching. You can do different like Hulk abilities.
No.
All that good stuff. And so I just reset them. I think
Okay.
I reset them. I guess we'll find out shortly. And I thought Benji would enjoy
Benji,
doing
put-
the,
yeah,
the-
give me a hand.
Put
what we
the,
call the first time experience, where you like first put these on.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I want them now. I'm like super jacked about
So throw those on your hands.
Okay.
So Benji's putting his grips, his fists here into Hulk hands. Benji, what do you?
They've got really rad handles on the inside. I feel like I could beat some ass.
Benji wants to physically assault someone
So
now.
we're just gonna turn them on. I don't really know what's gonna happen. So
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
a button in this right hand, right?
We got sounds coming through him. Pretty intense.
Avengers Initiative Protocol Match. Welcome, recruit. My name is Jarvis, and artificial intelligence here to assist you. The Avengers need your help. Without it, Ultron and his evil army of bots will destroy all life on Earth.
Oh my God.
Make sure that you are holding the Gamma Gear so that you can grip the inside bars firmly and that the left hand is
So this is like the tutorial, obviously.
Yeah.
punch forward.
Oh.
This Gamma Gear can harness your inner strength. To begin your Gamma transformation, breathe in slowly.
No way.
Feel your muscles grow.
No way.
Now, pound your chest like a gorilla to Hulk out. Transformation has begun.
No way.
Passing 6 feet, 7 feet. Pound your hands against your chest.
Gotta keep on doing it, man.
Give a loud roar.
Oh man. You've shattered all the glass in this room.
Transformation complete.
That was so cool.
So now you're hulking out, man.
We shall have to get the scene prepared. You are a bit larger and freer than expected. Now we test your combat strength.
All right.
Punch the ground.
Oh.
They're designed to be punching the ground. That's what they're supposed to do. This idea is like the repulsor's like your range thing. If you want to do laser tag, this is like
Melee.
when we built this, we were really intent on we wanted you to like punch the ground.
Like hit things. And so let me ask you.
I want these.
Damaging nearby enemies. Well done.
Oh, so it's like a proximity thing. So you you ground pound it and based on where you are relative to.
Yeah. Cool. So that was and like so that. And the one thing
Benji looks like he's about
there's
to-
also like a big team that worked on all these things.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
smart
You're
people.
not the only person on that.
And I'm just one cog in a large.
You're just one dinking along.
I'm one dink in a big dink log.
dink line.
Dude, that was
so-
rad.
So really quick, I want to keep talking about this. We're gonna take a quick break here. Benji needs
Yeah,
to
let's take a break. I need a break.
Benji needs
All
to
right.
let out some aggression. We're gonna take a quick break here. We'll be right back with more about Logan and what's going on with Disney Playmation. All right, we'll see you guys in 1 second. Stick around.
Today's episode is brought to you by Loot Crate. If you don't know what Loot Crate is, they're a subscription box service for the pop culture nerd, geek, gamer in you. Once a month, they send you a box of 6 to 8 items of whatever that month's theme is. They theme out each Loot Crate once a month, so you have until the 19th at 9 p.m. each month to sign up and get that month's themed box. They've done things before for Marvel. They've done Hunger Games. They got a strategy box. They did a video game high school Loot Crate box, which was pretty rad. We enjoyed that one definitely. But what they're going to do is they're going to hook you up, and if you go to lootcrate.com/Facerocker and use the promo code Facerocker, you'll get $3 off your subscription. It's an awesome deal. It's a perfect thing for Christmas. It's something that'll keep Christmas going all year long. You get one freaking sweet box to open once a month with all these new goodies. You can keep the spirit going all year long. So make sure you check them out. We appreciate them supporting the podcast. We hope you'll check them out and support them too. And hopefully you enjoy the rest of the show.
Welcome back, everybody. We are sitting down with longtime podcast fan favorite Logan Olson, who has joined us today to reveal what he actually does for a living. And what he does is make toys. And we're looking at the latest product from his team, or the team he works with, I guess. You don't own that team. You're just
Heck no.
No.
I literally just like hang out in the corner.
Right, exactly. Which is Disney's Playmation, powered by Disney, which is available now. And okay, so you said with the Hulk hands, like,
I just hulked up. It was sweet.
yeah. So you said with Hulk hands, there's a lot of like you want kids to be punching stuff.
Which also is like antithetical to anything a parent would want.
Well, yeah.
honestly.
What's the thought?
Dude, it was interesting doing very
Well,
quickly.
at least Jarvis is telling me to punch the ground and not like another kid.
Bingo.
It's not like, hey, go punch Sally.
Dude,
yeah, it's
like you should have saw the R&D for like what's safe to punch, like
Yeah.
things
Oh, really?
breaking and stuff, and eventually we're like, oh, like the ground.
Yeah.
That's like there's very few times you can't punch the ground.
that's true. Yeah.
And so you saw how you guys fought the power activators here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the way you fight them with the gloves, like the Holy Grail would have been like bash the power activators, but people were like, you can't do that.
Come
dude.
on, slow
Yeah.
down.
So you punch around the power activators.
Okay, it's
That's
like
so-
it's like it's a force thing.
It's
Yeah.
essentially like a
ground
boxing
pound, yeah.
glove
Yeah.
of area.
So is the next Manny Pacquiao going to start with this?
Boy, I hope so. It's like no, so this is. I'm happy to have something to do with one of the interactive boxing toys, but the pinnacle, as we all know, is Fist of the North Star. Do you guys remember Fist of the North Star? It was literally like 6 tie pads around our arcade cabinet that would open up like Dance Dance Revolution.
one
You
of
had
the
to punch
greatest.
back.
One of the greatest.
Oh
punching-
man, I love Fist of the North Star. So I mean, that's realistically who's going to make the next Manny Pacquiao. But if they say they had a Gamma Gear, I certainly wouldn't feel
You
bad.
pat yourself on your
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's what I've been up to for a while. What you think, Benji?
Good for you, man. I was just saying, like, we were on the break. I'm honestly not even the biggest comic book guy or anything like that. To be honest, I could care less about like comics, and, and I know that's kind of crappy, and I apologize, but that was really like having like someone coach me through a Hulk up. That was really sweet. I got really jacked up.
And also,
was really
Can I
freaking
can I
fun.
also make a note, Logan, how hilariously close to your thesis project this is?
I was just gonna say all
People
I
have
could think
pointed
about was
out
Mega Juice.
the strange similarities between Captain Mega
So-
Juice.
Yeah.
Dude, I was there for the Mega Juice show. That was incredible.
Did we talk about Mega Juice?
I'm
ever?
sure we
Oh, I
had.
don't know. I had to give it. So I recently gave a talk. It's the talk where I was like, "What do I do for a living? I dink around in the corner."
Yeah.
Is the same talk where I actually had to be like, so the way I got to Disney was with Captain Mega Juice, and I showed the video of me in the
Man.
spandex
So wait,
unitard.
I'd like to
dancing
just
around.
very quickly.
Can we play that, by the way?
Sure.
Do you have that video?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put it in right here.
Right
is where
here.
we'll put it in.
Across the stars, a battle rages.
And I'm going to need your help to stop it. Are you a bad enough dude to save the universe? Yeah! Then have some of this. Woo! Awesome! That's right. I'm gonna need all your party attention.
Attention Mega Juice. Incoming Starfighters.
Thanks for the heads up, Power Mid. Time to battle with some Drago Punch, Drago Punch, Drago Punch. Press it, press it, press it. Whip it, Cobra. Yeah. we got ourselves some real guardians here.
You're finished this time, Mega Juice.
The Baron, total downer of a dude.
I hate partying.
We need more guardians. Join me, Captain Megajuice, and the Guardians of Rock, and let's do this!
So Captain Megajuice was your senior thesis project?
No, it was it's what got me my master's of Master of Fine Arts.
Oh, okay. That's right. You're an MFA.
Yeah,
Jesus
and
Christ.
Classy.
as part of being an MFA, both Dez and Freddie worked on it.
We did.
Freddie did all the music, and Dez
right.
did the effects for the evil Baron, who was a
that's
downer of the
Evil
dude
Baron.
who hated
Yeah.
partying.
So
And,
not a fan of
he
he
had
had Frenzy in it too,
And then
right?
Brian Frenzy of 5 Second Films, or what's you got? Your guys would know him from being this big score.
The law. He's General Big Score on your
You still haven't watched the show, have you asshole?
General Brian Frenzy as Captain Big Score in your video game show.
Are you kidding?
Sorry, man.
Where did you get
one
that
episode
from?
and still
I'll
couldn't
have you
do
know,
it?
I watched the whole first season.
Oh my God!
Well, thanks for
Captain
that, at
Big
least.
Score.
I will watch the second and third seasons
Oh my God!
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
and enjoy Brian. I hear Brian as the Law is fabulous.
He is good.
So
He's very good.
Oh my God.
He voiced the Baron.
to be fair, Big Score isn't that far off. So
Yeah, no, that's
Brian Frenzy of The Law and 5 Second Films and Deep Road Party Massacre was the other Captain Megajuice. So me and Brian would tag out getting in a silver spandex unitard with an aerobics microphone, like a hands-free microphone, and just pump people up for half an hour to prove that we could use compulsion techniques taken from con men and prison camps and use them to make people party harder. And so that's how I got my MFA.
It was cool. It was fun. I remember.
it was a
doing
fun
It was
project.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, those are all evil things, but like when you make them about partying, it's totally okay.
Well, partying or exercise. In this case, it's weird that you kind of are. Did you find any sort of overlap in designing this, or did you just sort of figure that out later? Like, it's kind of similar.
yeah, whenever you're like an R&D and you're building something,
Yeah.
and you guys know, like you use every single thing you've done before, and especially true if you're doing technical things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you're doing a lot of coding and a lot of technical development, you'll pull in everything from virtual reality to touch screens to how do I drive audio. Like there's 3 different speakers on here. When you're prototyping, turns out it's really hard to have 3 different sound sources going on at the same time from a standard computer, right? So even simple things like that, you end up just drawing from your bank of knowledge. So doing physical things like Captain Megajuice, like that whole the whole cans thing. One of the big things with Captain Megajuice was getting you amped up, right? Like no matter how you're feeling before, by the end of it, we want you to be like, dude, I'm ready to rock.
Yeah.
Right.
That
And so
like just shedding, like worrying how you like see yourself or like.
And so there was R&D there, and then also we have a lot of great writers and game designers who really focused on making sure that an audio-only experience like this could get you into
Could still
that
work.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think
Got me
that
in the zone.
Now I'm
I'm still zoned out.
gonna speak honestly here. I think Disney is making a massive oversight by not including your voice in any of these. I assume you're not a voice actor.
I'm
any
not
of
in
these.
any of this
That's
as a voice.
That's too
problem.
bad.
That's a problem.
That is too
well,
bad.
I guess you're just going to have to write a letter. Strongly worded
To
letter.
When was
Mr.
the last-
Disney.
When was the last time you wrote a letter?
Oh, man. Never.
Like
like a handwritten letter?
Yeah, like a handwritten letter. You got the stationery out and your
Never,
ink
but did
quill.
you see the cool article today about Bic? Like Bic ballpoint pens and how
No.
it's like transforming writing?
No.
Because I guess BIC Bic, right? I'm pronouncing it right. Like has
No, it's a Beak. It's a French company.
It is actually a
Beak.
French company. And like his big thing, apparently were ballpoint pens before Beak. And his big thing was realizing that he could get the cost down from like $17 to like 5 cents.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. But they were saying like the amount of force you need to apply to a ballpoint pen to create ink is drastically different than which I'm sure you've used, a fountain pen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
And so like when people talk about cursive and handwriting, they're really like it was designed with the affordance of a fountain pen in mind.
Yeah, of course.
And so they're like ballpoint pens. We really need to invent a new handwriting style designed
No,
for
really?
ballpoint. Which was like that makes total sense
Like
'cause
for following
and
the function of
even
it.
how they teach you how to hold a pen in school is designed for a fountain pen.
Yeah,
not a
all that
ballpoint,
stuff.
And leads to like wrist problems.
Yep.
So like now
Well,
they're talking
yeah,
about
with
like
your bent finger and everything. Yeah,
exactly. And so now it's like this irony of Bic like pushing like we gotta teach cursive, and it's like, yeah, but if you're gonna do that, you might want to design it for your pen.
Fascinating.
Because I did notice that like when I was using a fountain pen, that cursive was like it was a different tactile experience.
flows.
Like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
So
Huh.
I have no idea how we got off on that.
we were talking about letter
handwritten
writing.
letters.
Yeah.
You can always do a strongly worded email. I send emails all the
Writing
time.
him a letter.
What is the strongest worded email you've ever received?
We don't need to talk about this.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not go there.
No, but dude, I've been writing a lot of emails. So the other thing, I guess, in the like, what's going on in Logan's life?
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you guys want to talk about that. So
I do. actually
helped
wanna
out
know.
on a product that got released, and then the other big thing is getting married. in
That's
January.
right.
Yep.
Logan.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, you guys
gonna.
are planning going, man.
Let all the ladies out there. Sorry.
Yep, too bad.
Sorry, guys. Only
Logan's
one lady
gay.
in my life. So there's a lot of drama around the fact that my girlfriend's name is Sarah, or fiance.
Fiance.
Is we got a lot of French in here tonight. Is her name's Sarah Laser, and they're like, you're telling me she's gonna give up that badass last
Yeah.
name Laser for boring ass Olson? And I'm like, yeah.
Is she not gonna keep Laser?
She can put Laser as her middle name.
Okay.
That's not as
Yeah, so
cool.
that's like
Sarah
our-
Laser
that's our
Olson?
middle ground. But
Wait, why can't it be? Why can't you do a hyphenate?
Laser Olson?
Laser
Yeah.
Olson?
That just sounds like a really lame superhero, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
I guess-
exactly.
you're
Yes,
right.
exactly. What's
So
wrong
anyway,
with
so we're figuring that out, but we're gonna do our wedding in the middle of Las Vegas in the neon graveyard.
that? Really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like the neon graveyard where they have like all
Yeah,
the old
yeah. I
Sahara
know exactly
signs.
what you're. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
We ran into you when we were in Vegas for our brother's
no
tournament.
kidding, yeah. We
You
were
were
checking
playing-
out the site.
We had some pancakes. We had a pancake brunch.
Yeah, we did have a pancake
And-
We
brunch.
and-
met for lunch, and every single person at the table ordered the same stack.
We
of
felt like an
flapjacks.
ass, honestly, because they're like, really, you guys couldn't just share one? You had to
A
all
server
order.
walked
the
over was like,
same-
"You all ordered pancakes."
But
He
listen,
was sort of
wait, why this-
smug fucker.
These
but-
pancakes were so good
They were good. I
So
told
good.
that
you.
it made the cook give up heroin.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. Back up.
Literally.
This is a whole story. That
Literally.
I'm missing
Yeah.
here. What's going on?
So this lady, she was
The
shooting up
restaurant
heroin.
is called Eat in
Eat.
Las Vegas. It's a
And she was shooting
renowned
up,
restaurant
and then
now.
she's like, I'm going to cook a pancake. And the pancake was so good, she broke her needle in half. And
Yep.
when I'm opening a restaurant and went down directly to the bank, got a loan, opened this
Yep.
restaurant. I assume that's how it happened. I have no idea, though.
in the course of about 2.5 hours.
very similar.
2.5 hours. She went
Yeah.
from rags to riches.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where I got that story. Was it you, Benji? Like
It's-
somebody was
it's-
like, "Listen, she
no,
did
it's
heroin,
true.
and then she
We got it from the server.
It's
Oh, okay.
it's
Did you hear about
it's
the-
yeah, it's true. It didn't happen like immediately like that, but
There's
that
a-
woman beat her addiction with like cooking, and then she decided, and that's who she employs at the restaurant are former addicts, and that's how they
They were great
and it-
pancakes.
Oh, they
They
were
were.
fantastic.
But the roasted potatoes were better, and I still came myself in the butt. I didn't get some of those breakfast
bacon?
potatoes.
All right,
Yeah.
anyways.
God. Okay. Well, oh, it's funny. Pancake story. Matt has a pancake story. He's not here to tell it, but I'll relay it. He was there's a
I'm gonna
pancake
tell
place
the story
right
as
gonna
if I'm
steal
Matt.
Matt's
There's a
pancake
pancake
story.
place by USC, and Matt was there. And then-
Jackson Joe's.
Yeah, Jackson Joe's.
Delicious.
And so there was a guy there who was just like looked like a cowboy looking dude who like was having just a stack of pancakes, and he stopped and he pulled the server. He's like, I need to speak to the chef.
This was like 5 in the morning, right?
Yeah, something like that. He's like, I need to speak to the chef. And the guy comes out and he's like, listen, I've been all up and down this coast. These are the best pancakes I've ever had. And they had a long conversation about
John
pancakes.
Steinbeck thing to say. I've been all up and down.
I'll
this
say
coast.
I've been to Jackson Joe a few times, and those are some damn good fucking.
The
pancakes.
totally
used to go
LA,
down there.
delicious.
Those
And
are
I've
really
I've
good.
always thought like, so I can't cook very well at all. But I always thought like,
Oh please.
but I always think I'll put it this way, because like you know, like sous vide, like all the crazy hard stuff. I feel like this is too difficult. Like what to me?
Be the easy one? Cause
Well, no, but I'm saying like, I always think about like, what's the least effort you can put into something and get the most result out of. So, for example, I was thinking about like card counting. I'm like, you don't actually need to be a world-class gambler. You just need to be okay enough at card counting to get kicked out of one casino. Because then from that point on, when someone's like, "Oh, you want to go to? You guys want to go to the Bellagio?" You're like, "No, I can't. I can't actually step foot in there. I got kicked out for card counting once." And then you have the reputation of being a world class gambler, even though you
Can I
just
tell
have
you
to do
something?
just to get to 1 point.
You could just tell people that, and
No,
then
I
you
know,
don't
but
have to go
it's not
through
the
all the
same.
trouble.
No, but
yeah, that's lying. That's gross.
No, but it's not the same because it's even better if you're
card
there.
counting's not
It's even
gross.
better
Lying
if you're.
is, though.
It's even better if you're there. You sit down and then like the pit boss comes by. It's better if the pit boss comes by and says, "Sir, you have to go." I'm just like, "What was that?" It's like, "Yeah, guys, I forgot."
I'm sort of a Vegas hotshot. I'm
Exactly.
really not
but
allowed to
cooking,
roll those.
but to bring it around to cooking and pancakes,
Yeah.
I feel like you don't need to be a Michelin star chef, but if you get really good at breakfast foods, which feels attainable.
That's where
You have
I focus
all the
my
reputation.
cooking
Reminds you,
energies.
though, Freddie, I remember you telling me about having a friend's dad who was a short order cook in a previous life, and how you guys were so blown away by how fast and easily he can make breakfast for you.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah, yeah.
completely making this up?
I think you're making that up. Not true at all.
I like
don't
at
know.
first you.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
I had
yeah,
a friend in high school who became a short order cook.
Oh, I could have sworn it was his
bit.
dad. Maybe I
No.
like reinterpret it.
Okay.
So speaking of cooking,
Oh boy.
You got
here
wait.
we
You
go.
got to tell us because when we were in Vegas and talking to you, you informed us that you were in the process of making cricket flour. What are you on now?
Did you make bug
Yeah.
cookies?
Did you
Logan
make-
was making
What
bug
you were about
cookies.
to make something else, or you were about to switch to
Man,
something
you
else?
know,
What are you on now?
I've given up. I've hung up my my bug spurs for a while. Raising,
So explain
Probably-
what cricket flour is.
cricket
It
flour
is
is flour made
exactly-
of dead crickets, and actually I was going to switch to mealworm flour.
That's
And
what you told us,
and here's
mealworm
what
you're about to go into it.
I'm going to give you guys an insight into my entrepreneurial
Oh boy.
thoughts regarding
Are you
bug
gonna
food.
You gonna start a worm farm?
I wanted to create a mealworm farm, and here's the problem.
Okay.
Every
I
single
knew
problem, every single
Nobody wants to live
insect-
next door to a mealworm farm.
Yeah, no, Sarah put the kibosh on it. But
The old lady put it-
all these insect food companies push. They're like, we're made of insects,
Yeah.
and like, dude, that's like saying Jello is made of like cow hooves.
Yeah, you don't
do
say that.
Right.
Say
Don't-
it's just
You want to
like,
bury that lead.
proteinismo or
Right.
something. It's
Exactly.
like, oh, it's made of
Give it a
delicious
cool name
proteinismo.
and a rad
Yeah.
package. Yep.
Yeah.
Delicious
exactly.
Soylent.
Natural of proteins.
So the Soylent model, right?
yeah.
Real
And
quick, do you
so-
know who's over at Soylent right now?
Abe Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the head of creative or something.
It blew my mind. Just a classmate of ours. I
He's
was
the
like,
head of creative at Soylent.
I ran into him at like a thing at Comic-Con. I was like, whoa, how's it going? He's like, hey man, yeah, I'm at Soylent. I'm like, I never would have guessed that.
Very futuristic.
I just have to stop
super
and hold
futuristic.
up and say the class of students that were at your school are very much different than the ones at my school. Logan's making toys. You guys are starting a freaking company that makes videos all across the world. That guy's on Soylent. That is not the school I went to, guys. Kudos to USC and their admissions process. They obviously know what they're doing in that department, so good for them. I gotta give a quick shout out. That's
at least the film
badass.
school, I guess. So I realized before I can do good cooking of insects, I just need to be a good cook. So I really devoted myself to like cooking. So I trust. I've spatchcocked a chicken a few weeks ago.
Wait, sorry.
Excuse me?
I'm just spatchcocking chickens left
Okay,
and right.
Logan, you stop.
So-
Dinking
Stop
and
it with that dirty
spatchcocking.
mouth.
You're dinking in corners and
Spatchcocking
spatchcocking
chicken.
chickens.
Look, what's the matter with you? It's where you cut the backbone out and splay it out. Okay, that's what a spatchcock
Got
is.
it.
And then I trust my first chicken. Not trusted. I trust my first chicken last week, which is where you take like the needle and thread and like bind the chicken. up.
Right.
Yeah. And then yesterday,
Oh boy.
I
Yeah.
roasted my first Thanksgiving turkey.
Hey, there you go.
Oh man!
What did you do? What did you do to roast
So
it?
here's the thing. It was
Did you
company
brine it?
over at Playmation HQ.
Did you brine it or dry
I really effed it up.
Okay.
So here's what I did.
You brine it? No, I fucked it. no. I fucked it up real bad.
Straight up. I said I only used the letter. So here's what happened.
Okay. Oh boy.
On Friday I got a fit of hubris.
Okay.
And on the Thanksgiving potluck sign up for Monday at the corporate headquarters, I'm like, I'll bring a whole turkey.
No way.
at
You went
lunch.
straight tea?
Yeah, I went
Full tea?
and I wrote on the thing, Logan, turkey, and in parentheses, first time. And then
Oh,
I come back in an
no.
hour and already somebody's written, don't do it. And on Sunday, I'm like, I'm hanging out. It's like 1 p.m. I'm like, guys, I gotta go. I gotta roast a turkey.
Right.
So I leave. I go.
Whoa,
to,
was there? So on Sunday, the day before, I take it there's been no brine or dry rub. prep.
No. In fact,
Oh, no.
I was
Oh,
freaking
boy.
out. I was calling my mom. Like, Mom, what the hell do I do? And so
Oh, I have to bring a turkey into school
she's like,
tomorrow.
Logan, here's what you do: roast a turkey, break it down, put it in a slow cooker, heat it up the next day. I'm like, Mom, that's a great idea.
Done deal.
Oh, interesting.
So I use
Okay.
my slow cooker. It smells horrible. Something's wrong with the slow cooker.
Oh, no.
I'm like, God, I gotta buy a new slow cooker. Go to Ralph's. I'm like, can I get a fresh turkey? And he's like, oh yeah. Oh man, there's so many fresh turkeys in the back. 1 second. He comes back. He hands me this. He's like, well, wait, we have all the weights. I'm like, 12 pounds, man. He's like, all right. Comes back. He's like, here it is. He hands it to me, and it hurts to hold. It's so cold.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you sure this is fresh and not frozen? He's like, definitely. I literally grab it. And I start punching it. I'm like, dude, this feels like a brick.
Yeah.
You're telling me this is fresh? He's like, look, it says fresh on the side. And sure enough, like a giant word, this is
Yeah,
fresh.
there's a sticker.
As I'm punching this, I'm like, this feels frozen.
Did you just pull it out of a freezer, sir?
Yeah. And so I'm like, he's like, dude, that's fresh. Like, that's fresh. And I'm like, and I did the thing where I'm like, I guess I just have to trust this butcher.
He works here. He's got to know. He handles turkeys all day long.
All the time. I cut it open and literally ice falls out, and like I'm like, and like literally any crease in this turkey has been slicked over with its giant ice cube.
Oh no!
I'm like, oh my god!
By the way, I love the fact that this man lied to you to your face
Multiple times.
As I'm punching it, I'm like, I swear this feels frozen, dude.
Sir, this seems like it's
Good on
frozen.
him. He was like, I already said it. I got to see this.
I'm sticking with it.
Definitely not frozen. Turkeys are supposed to be this thick, sir.
Turkeys develop what's known as a light sheen.
like,
you're actually misplacing its slight crusty
So
patina.
I'm like, I've never made a turkey before. I'm like, oh my god.
So you have a
I
frozen
started
turkey.
Looking, it's like to thaw turkey, you got to thaw it for days. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, how about cold water? Do cold water. I'm like, I start this turkey at 10 at night. And
Well,
then
it's 10 at night?
no, this is 3 p.m. I'm like, if I thaw this like in the fastest manner, I'll be ready to start at 10 p.m. So I find the websites that are like, so you have a frozen turkey this Thanksgiving. Like, and it's amazing. Like, they're so like
They're
the
so
whole tone is
condescending.
they're like, just so you know, you've messed up.
Step one.
Step one.
Don't do this
They're
again.
like, if you thought of using your fun brine or dry rub, forget it. You've messed up.
It's too late for that.
So they're just
But good news-
condescending.
Good news. You can kind of make this turkey.
So I take it you're not roasting a turkey.
No, I
for
roast that whole damn turkey, man. It took
Thanksgiving.
6 hours.
Oh, nice.
Took
Are you-
6
what
hours.
is-
Are you
wait,
gonna try again on Thursday?
real quick, because
No,
this
I
is-
did it. I freaking did it.
Wait,
I
real quick.
roasted that shit, and it turned out good.
It's good.
I will argue. A little gamey. I was like,
Yeah.
this turkey's a little different than most turkeys.
Did you? And you
But
took it to work.
I took it to work.
Wait, back up,
They're
back
like,
up.
You slow cooked a turkey? I was like, no, man, I heated it up.
Wait, sorry. I just want to back up. Because I think this is going to come out before Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there might be someone listening to this who
Well,
might be in
this
your...
is coming out on Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
Right after Thanksgiving.
All right. So for those people...
So you've messed up, and now it's
So you
Friday.
messed up and it's
It's
Friday.
Thanksgiving.
But for those people who might have used your advice, what is your advice to these people? Like, what is the method?
internet,
Logan,
dude.
what is the Logan Olson
Google it.
slow
Yeah.
cook?
No, I got some advice for cookers though. This
Okay.
isn't for but as a person who couldn't cook worth a damn, like an hour ago, a year ago,
Okay.
figured it out. Here's what you have to be okay with. You have to be okay with like having a bad meal at the end and throwing it out.
Yeah.
If you do that, like, dude, it's like, but you guys know this problem. Like, if you remember, like when you made your first movie, you're like, this first screenplay. This
No,
first
I
movie,
know
Yeah.
exactly
it's
what
gonna
you're
be
saying.
aces.
I know
And
exactly
you're
what you're saying.
dude.
Always
It's gonna
garbage.
suck.
Yeah.
The second
Well, no,
one,
I've
it's
always-
gonna be pretty bad too.
Yeah.
By number 10, it's gonna be okay.
No, I made it. I did this thing where I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do like a bunch of like egg types, like over easy, over hard, like do a good scramble.
That's
like,
hard.
right?
Eggs are hard.
So I bought like
Cooking's hard.
36 eggs,
And just kept going.
and I was just like, I was like, I don't care. I'm not gonna feel bad about this. I'm
So
just
by
gonna
the end,
practice.
how were you?
I'm damn good at cooking eggs
There you
now.
go.
Practice.
All cooking is practice. Like you don't
Yeah.
realize because you read recipes, you think it's gonna be like a
Magical
analytical thing.
Yeah, no.
No, it's all feel. Like if you watch if you have a parent who cooks, like you watch them, they don't look at the timer. They just kind of like poke it and stuff, and they're like, I just know. It's like, how do you know? It's like, hey, you
just
know,
know.
can't you tell? And
Was
I'm
it-
like, no, God,
No,
no,
I
I
can't
can't
tell.
tell it's done. Like, how do you know?
Was it Chef's Table or Mind of a Chef where the chef spent like a year figuring out how to boil the yolk of an egg? Like he would put it into like a plastic tube and like made like the most fantastic eggs Benedict. He would like boil it. It was one of the most incredible
That's
things I've ever
awesome.
seen. He just said, he's like, I spent a year working on boiling yolks to find the perfect temperature.
You
And I was
got-
like,
you
I was
gotta
like,
put
good
in-
for
you got-
that guy. Like,
It's
thank God there's
anything
people
else,
like
man.
that out there.
Got to put in the time.
Yeah.
Got to put in the time. So yeah, I prepped with all those chickens, and we had a disaster on our hands. But like, you get a feel for the bird. You're like, this bird, I feel you.
Yeah.
You like.
So you gotta
It's kind of like remember when they put the hand against the Triceratops in Jurassic Park.
That's
You put it.
not.
You put your hand against the turkey, and you go.
Sure.
You go. Tell me.
Did you
And it
like?
goes.
Did you feel a
And you just-
connection with your poultry, with your turkeys?
What
Like,
about it?
Yeah. Did you like? Did you have a conversation? Did you feel like it? Like treat it well? Did you say some nice things? Like thank
Did
you
you
as you
respect
were.
your
Do you know the Iowa?
Yeah.
You know the Iowa gamblers test,
No, what is
No.
that?
where they stack a deck and they leave a deck random, and people after a few cards, they're just like, something's weird about this deck.
Yeah.
You just know. That's it with this turkey. You just
You just know.
smell it. You just know.
That's disgusting.
So
You
gross.
feel it, taste it, you smell it. You gotta use all your senses when you're cooking, man. All your senses.
We're not cooking for Thanksgiving this year. We did it last year and we hosted and
What happened?
we're over it. No, it was fun. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's too much work. We're taking the year off.
Yeah, man, Sarah was pissed, dude. It was
Yeah.
by the time that turkey was done, it was 10 p.m. Because I was like,
Yeah.
listen, I'm taking this whole turkey into work, but we get a breast. Like,
Yeah,
that's like-
Yeah.
Don't worry, honey. I'll be bringing home the breast.
And so like 10 p.m. at night, she's like, dude, like we're eating at 10 at night. I'm like, I'm sorry, baby.
I had to feel this turkey.
I had to feel this
So are you
turkey.
guys?
This turkey told me it needed to wait until 10
Are
p.m.
you guys gonna partake in the Black Friday insanity?
Oh, hell no.
Hey guys, please buy Playmation. Powered by Disney
Is there a
on
Black Friday deal on Playmation?
I'm sure maybe
Yeah.
somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Listen, just
What does
walk
Playmation
in
go
your
for and
local
what-
retailer.
Any retailer like your Targets and Toys R Us?
You know, I've seen it like MSRP's $119,
Yeah.
but you can like when you walk into a retailer, it can be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, on the Amazon.com.
Amazon right now is it's under 100 right now. On
It's
Amazon.
definitely cheaper on Amazon. When I was
like-
looking
it's
today,
like
There you go.
Yep.
I want to say it's 80.
Yep, the Amazon starter pack was around. I think it was 79. It was either 69.99 or 79.99.
I'm curious.
At Toys
Yeah,
R Us,
I
it
don't-
was 119. So
I don't know what the economics are on
Yeah.
on stuff like this. That's not my wheelhouse, but I'm curious. Like we got it sounds like it's gonna toot my own horn. We got number 4 on Times Toys of the whatever.
The
Toys
millennium.
of the year.
Is that
like,
big?
like,
Toys of the
like
millennium?
That sounds
the year?
big.
or
Well,
not Toys of the Year, like the next big.
Whatever. Like they clearly were doing their top 10 for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Okay, so what were the top 3? Where were you?
We were 4.
You're 4. I know.
So we do not get a medal.
No,
we do not stand on the podium.
No, you get the ribbon.
you got
You
the
get the honorable
honorable
These
mention.
assholes
We
ahead
get
of
the
you.
certificate.
What were you behind?
Yeah, who did you
Piggly
beat?
Wiggly.
Who did you beat and who beat you?
I don't know. I quick scanned it. The Toy Talk Barbie was ahead of us, which is the
Okay.
Barbie that's like Wi-Fi connected. It's like essentially Barbie Siri.
Yeah.
The Sphero
BB-8.
BB-8 was ahead of us. The third one's
Cool toy.
escapes my mind. I'm sorry, whoever number 3 was.
Dude, that's pretty rad, man. Congrats. That's kick ass.
That's
all
huge.
right.
There's a
That's
whole
all
lot
right.
of toys in this
Yeah.
world. Of
How long did it take to
7
develop something
billion
like this?
people.
Rough number.
You know,
We're talking not months. We're talking years, right?
well, the original brainstorms when we were back at Imagineering were years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah.
But back then, it was really like, what's this going to be? Like,
Yeah, you're just trying to figure out
for
what it
most of our
is.
brainstorms, it's like, what is this?
Yeah.
And you know, after a long time brainstorming, like we identified like the high level of this, and really, honestly, I haven't touched this thing for.
So you
for the-
kind
for
of had the
production.
idea of where you wanted to go that led to this, or was it more?
What was it? It's always a team effort, right?
Yeah.
And so with the team effort, like people prototype, they brainstorm. It's you know, it's like developing a video game, but with a lot more hardware. You build these prototypes, and then you like, you know what? People say I dink around in the corner, but they also say like the other term we've called is a fun finder.
Yeah.
So we just try to find the fun, and then it's up to a team of far more capable individuals to turn it into a real product. And
Gotcha.
then the big thing with this one that I think everybody's kind of like, what is this, like building all this content for it? So like it's one thing if this was a interactive toy where everything was built onto it, like Tickle Me Elmo or Furby.
Sure, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But the fact that like there's live content updates means like you can go to your app, you get a new smart figure, you can download new content. And so like you always have that team building new stuff for this platform.
So
Oh, so you
still
actually- so
actively
like a-
developing.
Yeah, so it's like DLC almost, right? It's like
Really?
There is DLC for this.
Dude, that's cool.
Straight up.
Interesting.
So like if you get a Gamma Gear gauntlets or you get your Pulsar Blaster, like if you do all your different missions, you go to different environments, then you download new ones,
more
or
you
you
can
get
do.
more smart figures and get more
Cool.
content.
Dude, that's rad.
Well, hey, thank
Congratulations,
you. Well,
buddy.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
man.
much
a
for coming
fantastic
by and
product.
showing us Playmation.
Thanks for having me. And is it? You can cut this out if it's not public knowledge. Is it public knowledge that this is ending in 3 episodes?
They know. Everyone knows.
Well, we haven't exactly said it. We've been slowly
We've been dancing around the
dancing
idea.
around the
Well, I
truth.
guess we've just laid it out.
I mean, there it is.
But
This
it's
is-
happening. We're
well, you
pretty
gotta-
soon we're
you
coming
got-
to a close.
and
A
you gotta
couple
come back
things-
for some of the
So
final ones.
are you guys
here.
wrapping up like podcasts all over the place, or just this podcast?
This one specifically.
This
we're
one
still
specifically,
figuring out. We're still
Facerocker
figuring out what.
podcast. Look, we're starting to repeat ourselves at this point, and we've got a lot of really big projects going on.
Yeah.
And we're finding it increasingly difficult to all get together in a room at the same time just to hang out, which really sucks, you know. But it's, you know, we haven't even had you around for a year now.
Yeah.
So we figure it's best to hang
Close
it
it
up for
out.
a bit. Yeah. So this is episode 97. We
We're
thought
gonna
it'd
get
be
to
fun
100.
to hit 100 before we call it quits.
You gonna
Nice
come by for number
nice
1
round
hundo?
If you guys want to have me here,
Well,
I'll do
I
it for
was
number 100.
that
pitching.
was been the plan. We
Freddie, I
haven't
don't know
spoken
if you're
with
down
yet.
for
I don't
this,
know.
but I
Let's
was
hear it.
pitching. We do it old school style back at Freddie's place. Order a pizza,
Street?
case of beer. No, not Hunter Street.
Jesus, I was like, Jesus.
That's too old.
That's like with all the bros.
The first
Don't
cast.
worry, I'll beep that one.
Like, you're doing the cut. I'm like, where
You
where
have
you
to
live?
cut. You cannot say where we live again. Jesus, Logan.
Just
How many
bleep
times-
it. Just bleep
Sure,
it.
fine. Thanks.
But yeah,
You
you
don't
got to
live
come
there
back for the
anymore. What
last
do you
one.
care?
Come back for the last one. We'll have Logan back here again. Logan, thank you for stopping by. Thanks.
But
for
it's gonna be one of those things where I just saunter in for like a second, like with like a
and
roast
just
or
chew
something.
a bunch of pizza.
Logan, where can the folks find you on the internet?
J Logan Olson at Twitter. But you know what? I'm not important, guys. What's important is you spend some money on it. Just go ahead.
pick up your
Buy a
Playmation.
starter pack. You got a
dirty
niece,
shill.
a nephew, grandpa. Everybody loves
Yeah.
it. Play-
Benji,
get
where you
Playmation
at?
Disney.
You hooked. I'm at Benji_Dolly, but I mean that you sold like just playing with that for 10 seconds sold me.
Yeah,
Like,
I got
honestly.
cousins that I need
that
to
was
get gifts
sweet.
for.
And I'm
so,
not just saying
I think
that to
I know.
blow
I think
smoke
I know
up
what
your
to
ass.
do. I think I
That
know
was
what
cool.
to do. You can find me F Wong
I'm
on
at
Twitter.
Des Dolly on Twitter.
So thank you, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you again, Logan, for joining us this fine evening. Thank you, Benji, Mixmaster, producer, and Darnell, manning the
Darnell.
cameras back there.
Man behind the camera.
Thanks,
Real
Darnell.
today.
Thanks, Darnell.
So yeah,
Darnell.
we'll see you folks later.
Thanks again, bud.
Thanks very much. Thanks again, Logan.
Congratulations.
Nice seeing you guys.
Later.